On the last one, we did a little bit of digging and raided a zombie with a gigantic head. And on this one, I think we're probably going to bring things down just a little bit from all of the frantic looting, smashing, bashing, and grabbing. And instead, we're going to spend a little time out here today making tuna fish gravy toast. Ugh. Excuse me as I vomit a little in my mouth. We're also going to do a little bit of building over here, because last I remembered, we were starting on some truck stuff, but we didn't have everything we needed, and I guess technically we still don't. We need a lot of duct tape for a truck chassis. That kind of surprises me. Why do you need so much duct tape for a truck chassis? I mean, it seems to me that you shouldn't be using duct tape to hold the thing together, but what do I know? Not much, apparently. We probably should have put those on, because that would save a little bit of crafting time, but it is what it is. We do have enough steel to complete that build now. We just got to kind of get to that point where we have enough duct tape, apparently, because that's a thing. And then we're also going to spend a little bit of time today probably chopping down some trees and doing a little bit of building. I think while we're here, we'll just go ahead and copy that shape, and technically we have not put this ceiling together, and I don't remember, did we put this one together? Because I think we did at some point, because I got tired of looking at it being incomplete. Even though I knew there was going to be more being done at some point in the future. I just need that box. I figure... Is there a zombie down there? I thought maybe I heard one. I guess not. Well, anyway, we'll take this ladder here, and we're just more or less going to stick with ladders, I think, for this build. No particular rhyme or reason, just, I don't know, I mean, ladders are kind of cheap and easy, so, you know, that's fine. Here, we'll do like 11 of them. I honestly don't really even know how many we need, but we need sufficient of them, and that appears to be sufficient of them, if I had to guess. So we're going to take that guy out right there, and we'll go 1, 2, 3. This is going to get us right up to the roof, which is perfect, and then we can then start slapping more of these guys down. I'm not entirely sure how I want to do this part right here, but we'll kind of figure this out as we go, because... Oh no, this isn't going to work. I just realized. Well, we'll make it work, actually. We can make this work. This will be just fine. I say it won't work, and then I realize, no, it'll work just fine. In fact, if we do things like this, it'll really be okay, actually. It'll be totally okay. Because this will end up matching. I wasn't sure if I wanted to match the sides here with what we've done inside in terms of 3 wide and then leave a room for, you know, windows 3 wide, but I guess we're okay with that, or maybe we'll do it like that. I think I like that better, so we'll just do 2 with much larger space for windows. I think that probably looks a little bit better. And we'll just kind of add those guys up there. I needed to do that. And of course, we are going to need more than that, so let me just keep doing this stuff for a little while. Now, I'm not sure that I like this, because the door just looks wonky sitting out here like this. I mean, and even if you put it on the inside of the frame, it's not going to look any better, because these bars are all on the outside and really are on the middle. I guess they should have been on the outside. I guess I shouldn't have snapped those into place. Now that I look at that, it's an obvious solution, but oh well. I can always bust the chainsaw out and fix that. It's not that difficult of a fix. Yeah, that immediately looks much better. I'm okay with that. We'll work with that. We've run out of wood. Okay, I knew that was going to happen. We're also going to have some other additional pickup stuff that has to be done. I think if we do that, that is sufficient now. We don't need to go any deeper than that or any taller than that for the ladder, depending on how you want to phrase that. One is correct, one is incorrect. Don't worry about it. Don't think about it too much. And then this will get us back over here. And let's just go ahead and go back into the main area, because we probably have more stuff we need to do over here. And we'll pick up our food and drop that off. And then let's pick up all of our duct tape, because we should now be able to do the chassis. And that's only going to take a few minutes. That's not too bad. We can go ahead and let that cook. And then I think maybe just because... Oh, we don't have a lot of glue left, do we? Okay. Let's make some... Well, I guess we don't have to do that. I keep forgetting. It's just, it's force of habit. that I want to do that. This is one of those days when there's just way too many things that need to be done. So let's come back to this guy. We'll grab that. And then we should be able to make a truck. And we cannot make more than one, but we'll take one. And then we ran out of fire on the glue, apparently. Did not plan that very well. Let's do that. So we can let the glue continue to cook. And I think all the things are ready to go. And then I'll come back over to this other building, the other direction, that one. Because now we have a little bit of wood that we can go ahead and... Oh, never did finish these guys. My goodness. Oh yeah, and I still haven't gone around the end. Ah, goodness. There's still too many things to do. So many things to do. Now this block here, in my defense, was actually my cat. She got off my lap and then decided she had an itch, and she basically sat down on the mouse and clicked for me. It was not as helpful as it sounds. Let's go ahead and fill this in up here. I think this will probably be good enough for now. I mean, we're actually going to run out of some of these guys, so let's add another 25 of them. I don't necessarily think this is it. Just saying we need to put some of these guys up here so we can close this space off and it can be somewhat, very slightly somewhat sealed from the elements. We're still going to run out, aren't we? Oh my goodness. I mean, I didn't really go and chop down that many trees because I couldn't find many large ones. A lot of trees around in the area, they're just not all large. So that's going to have to do for that. And then I think what we should probably do is just nail this floor in place. I think we're okay to do that now. I mean, if you're ever wondering why I do things the way I do, it's usually just because I get tired of doing things. So let me do this. Now, if you're looking around very carefully, you might notice there are frames on the outside of the building here. Those were there, placed there, just so we could basically get over and get these corner spots. So technically, I mean, they won't be a problem to pull down. They can come down at any time. Oh, wow. Where are we at here? Yeah, that's not a problem. We can pull those down at any time. I'm not super duper concerned about them, but we'll probably leave them just because it'll be easier to get them later. So once again, when I feel like doing things, I will do things, but right now is not necessarily the time for some of these things. That is probably good enough for right now. I'm not sure if I want to do the same thing here with the slope. Well, we'll probably end up doing that because I just think it adds a little extra something. I don't know what it adds, but it adds a little extra something to the appeal of the whole thing. It just kind of looks nice, I think, minus, the random cobblestone block that's in there here and there. It's probably all we're going to be able to do today in terms of building stuff, because I would like to take a moment, while we still can, and maybe go for a quick spin somewhere. Unfortunately, I don't think we're at a point where we can run any quests, because everything we have out this way, I believe at this point, is going to be something that requires evening. So we're not really in a spot where we can just go run and do a random quest out here. I mean, we can take a look. Yeah, we've got a tier 2 restore power, and then there's really nothing else that's nearby. I mean, we still have some stuff over here I'd like to check out, and then there's potential for one more city over here, and it might be kind of like in this area, and then it goes up here to where that tier 2 is. So we should probably go check that out sooner rather than later, just because, I don't know, I like to do that sort of thing. Just trying to think if there's anything else we need to do. We probably need to make another vehicle fuel saver mod now that I'm thinking about it. I mean, I guess we could just rip everything off of the bike. You don't have to have multiples of everything. I mean, we can kind of play it somewhat thrifty-like. Let's go ahead and put our bike on the ground here. We don't have enough fuel for it, so that's going to be an issue that we'll have to address at some point. This guy, basically, we've ripped all the stuff out of it. We'll go ahead and repair it just because it's been a good bike. And we're going to take those guys out. And for now, we'll just go ahead and pick up the bike. I don't think we need to leave it lying around. And then this guy, we'll go ahead and slap all of mods in there. The bike is not a mod. And if we compare, I mean, there's so much more storage in this thing. It's ridiculous. I mean, it's basically double. Is it double? I don't even remember. Now I want to look. So this gives us 1, 2, 3, 4, and this gives us 8, I think. 9? Gives us 9. Wow, it's double and then some. I knew it gave you a lot more storage, but I didn't remember that it was double and change. And I suppose here we should do this. We'll do it this way, because it... And actually, no, that'll be fine. So that's going to give it to like about a quarter, a little over a quarter. This is kind of the one downside to the truck. Now, granted, we have the vehicle fuel saver mod, but then we're also using the supercharger, which kind of overrides the fuel savings of the fuel saver mod. But just the same, let's see, you're going to go over here. We'll put the mini bike, full bike over there. And then we'll grab all of our gas. We're going to have to get some more. Now, I do want to take a look in this guy. I know we brought some shale back, so we probably should think about making a chem station. So what do we need for a chemistry station? We need a cooking pot. Okay, so we need a cooking pot. I didn't realize we needed that. Let's craft a cooking pot. We can do that. We have the technology. Here, we'll go ahead and split up our clay and we'll let that go. And then we'll make a chem station, which will allow us to start processing the shale. Now, the thing that I'm not sure about is, we don't have that. Okay. So that is only unlocked with Grease Monkey, is that right? Because if that's the case, we've got points to spend, but I was really trying not to spend them. Is it this one? I guess maybe we could spend... Oh, goodness. I mean, we would have to get up to, I think, intellect 6, and then we could do it with glasses. To unlock that guy? I don't know. I mean, is it worth it? I mean, you get a lot more gas if you do it that way. You really do. There's no question of that. Here, we'll switch to that one. That's going to knock a minute and change off of that guy. And I think what we'll do is we'll just go ahead and let that cook. There's really no reason for us to stick around and babysit that. We've done everything we can do with that. All that remains is to grab some food, some health stuff. And I think what we will do then is hit the road. So in the next one, we're probably going to go out to wherever this tier 2 quest is, because I think I'm ready to explore the rest of this wasteland area. We've filled in the majority of the map at this point. I mean, there's obviously still some stuff over here. We've kind of got maybe this corner a little bit, but I don't think there's much left over there. We've more or less filled in the map. I mean, I suppose it's possible this could connect, but it shouldn't, because actually, no, it could connect. This could all be one large city right there, but whatever, just the same. We will pick up on the next one, doing all the things, doing all the exploring, doing all the etc. Catch you that one. Till then, thanks for watching. See you later.